So I would say today's episode is actually my favourite so far. So we open up with seeing Bucky and Sam and they're breaking Zemo out of prison, and so this guy is not a character I was familiar with. Watching the show, I didn't really know too much background on everything because I haven't really seen the movies for a few years now, so it wasn't really fresh in my mind when Zemo came into the picture who exactly he was in the whole MCU universe. But I quickly grew to call him probably one of my favourite characters on the show. I think he is a really entertaining addition. I think he adds a lot of humour into what is otherwise quite a stale show in terms of humour. Like, we have the whole interactions between Bucky and Sam, which were always entertaining, but he just really brings an extra, just a lightheartedness to the show that I think that it sometimes needs. Sorry about my voice, I'm actually pretty sick right now, but anyway, so if you like this video and you want to see more, please help me out and subscribe, that would be great. So we start the episode, they're breaking Zemo out of jail, and Zemo makes a really good point. He says that the USA super soldiers are dangerous because of the fact that people idolize them and they ignore their flaws. And, you know, to play the devil's advocate, he has a point. And yes, he is the villain, he's the bad guy, but you know what? The villains actually often do have a pretty good point. So we see them go to the city of Madripoor, which was a really cool city visually. It was very visually stunning, this episode. I really enjoyed it. We see Bucky finally going back to the old him, to the Winter Soldier, well, pretending to be. And we see Sam being the smiling tiger, which was so much fun to watch. So it was really hard to see at the same time because you can see the poor guy is so obviously traumatized, like re-traumatized by everything that he's going through, and he's obviously got like PTSD already, so this just adds to everything. But still, I really did want to see them bring back the old him, bring back him as the Winter Soldier. So as much as I felt bad for him and felt like he just needed a big hug, at the same time, I was really enjoying it, and I hope that we get to see more of him as the Winter Soldier. And we see Sharon come back in this episode. So she's an actress from the movies and from that show Revenge, and I think she's a really good actress. She's on the run in Madripoor. She's sort of become jaded by life. She doesn't really believe in the whole superheroes anymore, in what they stand for. She thinks it's just all, you know, basically everything is corrupt at this point in her mind. And after everything that she's been through, like, you can't really blame the woman for thinking this way. So she's become this master thief, and she sort of reminded me a lot of Catwoman. She sort of had a very Catwoman energy to her, and I really enjoyed her character, and I hope we get to see more of her character in the upcoming episodes. So one thing was really funny. We see Sam trying to run in heels as part of his smiling tiger getup, and it just reminded me of that moment. You know, the moment in Jurassic World, and oh my gosh, just that whole interaction between Sam and Bucky when they're trying to be the smiling tiger and the Winter Soldier, and just Zemo. It was just a really fun episode. So they eventually find the guy making the super soldier serum, and Zemo does what Zemo does. He kills him. But, you know, he did fly them on a private jet, he gave them food, he gave them champagne, so he hasn't been a horrible host. So we see the character of Carly. She's one of the I don't know what you call them, what are they called again, the flag smashers. She is one of the people that has the super soldier serum, has been infected by it. Well, I think infected is probably the wrong choice of words, since she chose to get the super soldier serum to try to help her people who are all doing it really hard. So she has good intentions, but we see in this episode how the power is going to her head. it's just taken on a life of its own, and she's starting to murder people, and she's become the villain. So we see at the very end of the episode that somebody from Wakanda comes for Bucky. She's been following him around, and I'm not really going to talk too much about that because I haven't actually seen Black Panther yet, which I really need to get around to seeing. I have a whole list of MCU movies I haven't seen yet. Like, I haven't seen the Hulk, I haven't seen Doctor Strange, so I will eventually get around to that. But yeah, in the meantime, I don't really want to talk too much about her character because I don't really understand her character at this point. Anyway, so we have the fake Walmart version of Captain America. We have John and his friend. What was his name? He had like a weird name, the friend. Anyway, so he's getting angry. He's getting frustrated that he's not getting anywhere in his search for the super soldier serum. And, we're just seeing more and more how the shield doesn't make the man makes the shield. And obviously, we can all see it coming where the show is trying to go at this point. They're trying to set John up to be the bad guy. They're trying to show us now how he is letting his anger get to him. And I really hope they do go in that direction because I think that would be really interesting to see. But we'll just have to wait and see. So let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this episode, if you're enjoying it so far, and please help me out and subscribe.